Good morning, guys. Today is Thursday. Very exciting day. Today's the last day of my adventure on the truck. You know what? I'm not even gonna say try to make today a great day. Today is gonna be a great day. We have 3 jobs on the board. First one's gonna be a quick grab and go up in Rancho Palos Verdes. That job's at 8:30. We're getting started at 7:30 today. I'm just waiting on my partner to get here. He'll be here in the next probably 15 minutes. We actually have 2 jobs that have pretty good potential of being nice size. One of them is gonna be, it says garage clean out, a bunch of stuff accumulated over the years. So we're expecting a whole bunch of shit. I'm hoping that it ends up being a truck or 2. That would be a great number for the day. I mean, 2 truckloads, about 2,400 bucks. And then the last one is gonna be construction debris, small pieces of wood, drywall. So what I did here is went ahead and got the trash cans all ready to go. I'm gonna throw those in the back of the truck. Make sure that we have a tarp. I was actually watching a video this morning of Lug Stars, and they were actually giving tips about how to do yard debris. And great thing is that we actually do the same thing. We like to use the blue tarps, lay them out, throw yard debris or even construction debris on those things, and then just carry it out. You can get a lot more in. If we don't have a tarp on hand, we'll use the trash cans, fill the trash cans, put them up in the truck, dump them. Definitely a lot easier than other ways of doing it or doing it all by hand. So as of right now, I'm gonna go ahead and do the whip around before my partner Steve gets here. So that's all ready to go. We'll head out, get gas. From there, we'll head out to that first job, which is at 8:30. So I look forward to today until we're on the road. Peace. So here I am, we doing our morning check-in with whip around. Basically, we put in the mileage, do pictures of us with our work shirts on. We do the safety check. I already did the safety check on the truck. Everything else is checked out good. We have all the tools that we need. We have the trash cans, tarps, dollies, wheelbarrows, shovels. We have everything that we need on the truck. We have sawzalls, blades. So that's all good to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out this whip around. So we also have in here, now we've changed it up a little bit. We have who's driving, who's passenger. Feels weird putting my name in as a passenger, but it's something new. I'm gonna share some of our memorable moments of my last year on the truck. We're 11 months year, same difference, right? It's been a fun one. Today, I actually feel like a kid on his last day, during the last day of school, excited, ready to start something fresh. I'll probably feel like my son that just graduated from high school, going from one point to the higher level. I'm really excited about it. Let me go ahead and take my selfie. Let me see if I can get a funny one. So that's all complete. We'll be getting fuel shortly as soon as Steve gets here. I really hope that everybody's been enjoying these videos. I hope those that have been watching this or that are just getting started, or even the ones that have already been doing this for a while, have picked up a few pointers or ideas of doing things maybe a little bit different, or just like the way we do things. We've definitely had an awesome week this week, but yesterday we did have some big expenses at the beginning of the day. We got a whole new set of tires on the truck, definitely needed them. That set us back a little bit, but our first few days sales were amazing. First 2 days was $10,500 and some odd dollars. Yesterday we took a hit. We only had 3 jobs on the board after we got the tires. We only made about 640 bucks. So you figure 1,300 for the tires, 640 made. So kind of shot us down in the negative for the day, but it happens. Everything averages out. Today, I am hoping our last 2 jobs end up being big jobs. So we can knock out that $4 grand a day and end off my last week on the truck with 15,000 in sales in 4 days. We will definitely see. My partner Steve is here. So we're gonna go ahead now, and I'm actually gonna clock in as well. What up, partner?
What's up, man?
Hey, it's like the last day of school. You know, you're like, yeah. I don't know if I've ever touched base on this, but we actually use an app called Home Base. It actually keeps track of where you're clocking in and clocking out. You know, at one point in time, we did have some guys that were trying to clock in when they got home, or just forget to clock in and then try to adjust. You know, some people aren't as honest as you wish they would be. But yeah, if we do end up forgetting to clock in, it's easily adjusted by our dispatch, or now I'll have control of that as well to help the guys out, get them clocked in when they need to be clocked in correctly. So here we go. Oh shoot, before I forget, I gotta give the wifey a kiss goodbye before she beats me when I get home.
No dinner.
Yeah, no dinner if I don't give the wife a kiss goodbye. So we're off to the gas station now. We'll fuel up, maybe put a couple yard signs out here and there on the way out there. So one of the ways I know that it's gonna be a good day today is gas prices have dropped about 25 cents. It's gonna be a great day. I don't know if it's like this in other states, but in California, not all gas stations take credit. We do have a company credit card that we use. What sucks is a lot of the gas stations that do take credit are a little bit higher than the gas stations that only take cash and debit. We do what we can, and we still try to find the cheapest gas, but yeah. Oh, well, here, I'll show you right now. So if you look at gas prices, for cash or debit, it's $4.63 a gallon. For credit, it's $4.75. Joys of the morning. Start the morning off by spending money. Spending Andrew's money. Spending Andrew's money. Not only do we spend it, but we make it. Anything that we spend, we definitely try to get back. For those of you that are just starting out on the truck, money's going in and coming out of your pocket. But when you do get to a point where you're actually hiring employees, make sure that you get those guys that are actually conscious about the money that's being spent and the money that's being made. You know, you'll have those guys that want to just come on the truck and get their hours, and that's all they want. They don't give a shit about how much money they're making, how big the jobs are. They don't care if they blow off a job. They won't try to go that extra mile to fit the customer's budget and still land that job. But then they're quick to go and dump early just because they think the next load's not going to fit. No, try to fit as much as you can in that truck and get to every job as fast as you can and get as many jobs as done. I mean, that's my mentality. That's Steve's mentality. Like, I actually had one guy on the truck say all the time, like, oh, Andrew's making all this money, this and this and this and this and this. But you know what? He never took into consideration of how much money it actually costs to run a business. I'm not going to go into great details, but it was a headache for a while. Definitely was a headache because he didn't really see the value in going out here and working as hard as you can, and it became an issue towards the end, and it kind of bit everybody in the ass, and he's no longer with us, but it is what it is. Steve and I, we look at it like this, like as of right now, we are $104 in the hole. We do kind of calculate how much Andrew's having to pay out in labor for our drive times and all that. Our goal is for this next job to make that money back, and then keep on making the money back. So at the end of the day, we're at a profit. Because we can't be there till 8:30, we might as well, if we could get into that shopping plaza right there, I'm gonna go ahead and grab me a cup of coffee and go to the Starbucks that double charged me this last week. Just a story about a huge franchise called Starbucks, which unfortunately I love. This last Saturday, I went and bought the whole family coffee, spent like 30 bucks, right? And then 2 days later, I get an alert on my debit card saying that my transaction at Starbucks has been updated, and now I just spent $61.30. But anyway, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna speak my mind, and hopefully I get a free coffee right now. I mean, they owe it to me, right? I had to contact my bank, I had to dispute the transaction, get the money back, all that stuff. So with that being said, I am gonna go in there and I'm gonna try to get me a free coffee.
Memories follow me left and right. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do now?
So I just went into Starbucks right now, let them know the issue with them overcharging my card, all the trouble I had to go through. At the end of the day, they listened to what I had to say, got me a free coffee. But you know what, that wasn't even the point of everything. It was the fact that I called, let them know what the issue was, spoke to one manager. That manager was supposed to pass my name and phone number on to the next manager, and that manager was supposed to give me a call back. It's been almost 3 days now, no call back. That was my issue. I already got the money refunded by my bank. My big issue was the customer service part of it. We are in the service industry, what we do, and if there's an issue, it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed properly. If it was like a $3 charge, and they like changed the charge to doubled it up to $6, I probably really wouldn't even thought twice about it. But when it went from $30 to $60, that's a big jump. I'm gonna take a look at a couple things right here at Home Depot, since we got some time to burn. That first client that we were gonna arrive at their location at 8:30 messaged us and said they're not ready, gonna be ready till 8:50, so we have about 30 minutes to burn. So we're gonna go and do that here. We're gonna head off and hit some, drop some yard signs on the way out there and have some fun. So I just put out the first sign of the morning. We're actually gonna see it as we drive by. It's gonna be a 4-way intersection coming out of Rolling Hills, Palos Verdes area. Got this intersection here, and then you see our sign right here. So what we just started recently was basically like a point system with all the crews where we're putting out yard signs. I don't know the exact scoring system with the points, but I know we're getting points for yard signs put out, reviews that come in and specifically say your name, stuff like that. So right now, I believe the LA crew, the A team, is on top of that leaderboard when it comes to yard signs. I'd probably say 4 days, we've gotten 4 to 5 reviews. The great part is we got 4 reviews. The bad part is we only got 1 review that actually said our name specifically. But it is what it is, no matter what, we got 4 good reviews. We have started getting calls in from the yard signs. I hope we get more and more. I really do hope these yard signs work out, because I've been putting a lot of work and effort into jumping out of the truck and tagging up these corners with yard signs. I feel like a graffiti artist sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're doing something wrong, but yeah, it's fun. This is definitely an area that I hope we can actually start getting more business in, which is Rancho Palos Verdes Estates, Rolling Hills, because it is a very high income area in the South Bay. On the other hand, people that have money don't like to spend money. That's how they keep their money. You know what I mean? Am I right, Steve? I mean, it's crazy because it sucks sometimes when they want to sit there and talk you down on the price or complain about the price or this or that, when you know that they just went out and spent $400 on a steak dinner, but they don't want to spend more than $200 to have a whole backyard of junk removed. I've had it happen. I did a job not too long ago. It was a 4-hour job, 2 different locations. The first house of the 2 location job was worth $11 million. Then we went to their son's house in Malibu Canyon, which was another beautiful home, remove junk. But yeah, it was a 4-hour job, 2 locations, dragging stuff uphill and all that. And at the end of everything, he tipped us $30 a pop. He said, go have a nice dinner on him for $30 a piece. I can't even go to McDonald's and have a good meal for $30. It sucks, but yeah, we're on our way to the next job site. We're actually en route. We're still a little ahead of schedule, so we'll probably stop at a couple more places and drop a couple yard signs on the way there. So, got our sign. It's a nice road. I hope we don't get in trouble for putting signs out here, but we will definitely see yard signs, yard signs, yard signs. I think one of our co-workers called it guerrilla marketing. Got the sign up. Head back to the truck. That's the ocean out there. That's just not the sky. That's big blue. That's the Pacific Ocean. For those of you guys on the East Coast watching these videos, we are on the coastline of the Pacific Ocean. So what we're gonna do is we'll make a left right here. There's gonna be a parking lot. We'll just go ahead and pull in there. I'm gonna put up another yard sign. As you can see, this intersection definitely gets a lot of traffic, residential all around it. I'm gonna put a sign right there. I'll be right back. Got another 4-way intersection. This gets super busy. I'm very familiar with this area, so there goes our sign. Bringing in the business, bringing in the business, bringing in the business. Yeah. So we have arrived to the customer's residence. It doesn't look like they're home just as of yet. I'm gonna take this 10 minutes of free time to go ahead and share a funny story with you of one of our jobs that we're doing. Me and my partner were doing an apartment clean out. People were moving, but it was one of those apartment complexes where the ground floor isn't level 1. Level 1 is actually the 2nd floor, and then the 2nd floor is the 3rd floor type of thing. Anyway, we're doing the clean out, and we're like on our 5th trip out to the truck. And mind you, in this complex, they were still pretty strict about wearing masks and all that. So just picture 2 guys. We were both for some reason wearing our black work shirts, black pants, both of us wearing black masks, baseball hats on, and gloves. So we're doing this job. We're in full uniform. We were supposed to be going to the 2nd floor, and for some reason I went to the next floor, which was actually the 1st floor. We go through the hallway, we go all the way back to the hall, and the door was unlocked, so we're going in and out, right? And we open the door, and as we're opening the door, I'm thinking to myself, why is all this stuff on the counter? Because all these apartments are set up the same, right? I'm like, why is everything on the counter? We get the door all the way open. It was the wrong apartment. The door was unlocked. It was the wrong apartment. We have 2 guys standing at their doors with gloves on, mask, and all of a sudden we just hear, ah! This couple was, I think, in the middle of doing the hokey pokey, if you catch my drift. But they screamed. We didn't see anything. It was blocked off, but all they seen was the door fly open, 2 guys with masks, gloves. I shut the door immediately, and we ran down the hall like we were just ding-dong ditching an apartment complex. We ran up to our apartment, the right apartment, and we just continued working. I was just waiting for somebody to come out and say something, but they didn't. But yeah, that was definitely a funny story. You had to be there. It was definitely one for the books. Opening up the wrong apartment door. It was unlocked. They should have locked their door, especially if they're in there doing what they're doing. But yeah, it was a funny one. Definitely something that I will remember. And now I triple check which floor I'm going to and make sure that I'm in the right apartment. That was one story of a memorable moment of me on the truck. All right, so we're here at the first job. What we're going to be removing here is there, a few items there, piece, table and chairs, and this stuff here. Then we also have a few items in the house we're going to pick up, just a bunch of little knickknacks, nothing bulky. I'll show you in just a moment. Breathing hard because I'm trying to get this fresh ocean air in my system. So we're gonna have, we're just gonna have this little knick-knack stuff here and there. So now, let me get started with Steve because he's making me look bad.
I hope that's romantic all my life, surrounded by couples all the time. I guess I should take it as a sign.
All right, so the first job is done. A little bit bigger than a basic grab and go. It ended up being a quarter truck. We discussed the pricing with the quantity of stuff that he had, and then lo and behold, after we did the pricing, I don't know, there's some type of miscommunication. There was a whole pile of stuff that he was initially keeping, and it got added into the pile. The price should have been adjusted. I don't want to say we went back and forth, but because of miscommunication, he was like, hey, add 50 bucks to it. I was like, no, it's fine. I just didn't understand where the stuff was coming from. Well, anyway, long story short, I kept the price at $4.95, and that extra 50 bucks, he just gave it to us in a tip, which is good. So the first job was $4.95 with the $50 tip. We're off to the dump now, and from there, we're gonna be off to that second job, which we're praying that it's a good sized job. We look forward to big jobs on this truck, not just because of the money, just because, I don't know, we kind of enjoy it. It was kind of like a challenge, how fast we get those things knocked out and off to the next. You know what? I truly believe in safety first. This whole time, I didn't even have a seatbelt on. So we're still on our way to the dump. We're probably, about less than 10 minutes away. Let me see if I got another story for you guys. So we went to a house in Beverly Hills. Beautiful home. We show up and this house was up for sale. So they had the whole house staged. All the furniture in the house, couches, beds, bed frames, everything in the house. Brand new, tags still hanging off of them. The realtor was like, okay, we just sold the house. We need everything gone. I was like, everything? You want to just chunk it? I was blown away. All brand new stuff. Mattresses were still in plastic with just basically the bedding over it to make it look good because it was all staged. Yeah, everything's got to go. So we filled up an entire truck, brand new furniture. They paid us $11.95 for the truckload. I called my wife and said, babe, I'm coming home. Took the stuff straight to my house, put all the furniture in the house, loaded the truck up with my old furniture. I looked up the mattresses. The mattresses were $1,000 mattresses. I probably came up on about $3,000 to $5,000 worth of furniture, all brand new. Now that was a great deal. We made money, got a house full of brand new furniture. I was happy as can be. I still have the beds and bed frames. I'm still using it to this day because I have so many kids at the house destroying things. I've already went through a couple of living room sets since then, but yeah, definitely was a great deal. I have come across a bunch of other stuff here and there that's been great items that for sale. I just got an old Viking axe the other day with a dagger, which was pretty cool. But we come across cool stuff all the time. I've gotten to the point when I first started, I was getting everything under the sun. Like, oh, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. But then I ended up feeling like I was a half-ass hoarder. So now the only things I get are stuff that I know that I could utilize around the house. I just don't have time to be reselling things. I wish I could because I could probably made a whole lot of money. But now it's just like, you know, the little things that I think the kids will like art supplies, for example. I never really kept any bikes or anything like that, but instead of me going to the store and buying, you know what I mean, for the kids to do, arts and crafts type stuff. I love getting my wife kitchen appliances. I've got brand new air fryers. I got a brand new coffee machine that has all the different espresso stuff on it. So yeah, we came across some pretty cool stuff. Well, yeah, we're about 5 minutes away from the dump now, so I'm gonna let you enjoy the drive. And here we go. So we just got done at the dump, a whopping $98.10. We're trying to contact our next client. I've called her from 2 different phones, the office phone, my personal number. Neither one of them she answered. left her voicemail. I'm hoping she's there. She was originally scheduled for 12 p.m., but we moved her up to 11. So I'm hoping that we don't get there and we have to wait an hour for her to show up. But we'll see. But as of right now, I'm gonna go ahead and do my receipts, send them into the office. Always gotta make sure you send your receipts in or keep your receipts. You're able to keep track of everything. All the books are straight. You have all your profits and loss margins at the end of the day are all set and in order. I'm gonna give it a shot and try to call this client one more time. Let's see if she answers.
Please leave your message for. Please leave your name and number and I'll get back.
All right, so she's still not answering the phone. So we're gonna head out that way and we're gonna hope that she's there. We're about 15 minutes away. Ooh. Late to lunch, they're late to lunch. Going to Dames and Games down the street.
We'll be one of them on our truck.
Try to get that money. All right, so what we got here is everything you see here, the barbecue, the bikes. Everything you see in here is going, except for that gas tank. We can't take the gas tank. And just this little knick-knack stuff, this little fire pit, a couple chairs, and that.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot.
So you can see, cleared out that for her. Everything's done there. We just got done with our second job. This job was $815. She gave us an $81.50 tip, I think. So far, 2 jobs, we're at $1,310, $131.50 total in tips. We're rocking and rolling. We do have a construction job next with a bunch of, I think I said, broken up wood and drywall and all that. So with that being said, we're headed off to the next dump. Oh yeah, I wish I would have got it on film. I really wish I would have, but we're too busy working. Our last client said that we were junk angels. Junk angels. So for all you guys out there, when you have people calling you angels and your lifesavers and all that stuff, you're on our level. All BS aside, we're having a great time today, a very good time. Probably some of the most fun I've had in a while. I don't know if it's because today's my last day of being on the truck, but we knocked that job out in about 30 minutes, huh? Just about a truck full in about 30 minutes. Okay, Steve, okay. 25 minutes, bro, 25 minutes. I'm just gonna say it now. I kind of judged a book by its cover when we pulled up, by the looks of the house, stuff like that. I went in bidding this job very cautiously, and it kind of bit me in the butt. So I went in very cautious, kind of underbid it because I didn't think that she was gonna pay, but she had no problem paying. We were initially at $695. She wanted us to add a refrigerator and that stove at the end, which we did, which brought it up to $815, which is cool. I mean, $815 for 30 minutes worth of work, probably cost us $90 to dump. So those profits are there. You know what I mean? Why overbid a job and lose it when you can bid it in a different manner and save the job? So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm definitely happy. What do you think, Steve? What do you think? You happy with it?
Of course, man.
Come on, you need to stop being camera shy, bro.
On to the next.
On to the next. All right, so we just got done at the dump. Another 90 at the dump. So now we are headed to our third client of the day. I've already contacted the client. They are good with us arriving early. Our initial appointment was 2 p.m. We're gonna be showing up about 12:30. They're good with it, which is awesome. So we can get a quick start on it. This is construction debris, drywall, some small broken up wood. So I'm kind of curious to see how much material that they have and how big of a job it is. Yeah, we'll be there shortly. Here we are at the last job. This is what we have. Bid it out properly between like a third to a half. He was kind of like iffy about it. Then he said that he has somebody that will come out and do it for 400. You know how that goes, 400 and blah, 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 this and that. Well, anyway, I went ahead, and because it is the last job of the day and we just want to put some money on the books, we have the time. So we're just going to go ahead and do it for $495, which is more than what he was already previously bid, which is cool. Some hundreds are better than no hundreds. So we're going to get started on this job and get the day over with.
Memories follow me left and right. I can feel over here, I can feel over here. You take up every corner of my mind. Your love stays with me day and night. I can feel over here, I can feel over here. You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do now?
So we just got done with the last job. I was actually videoing the whole job, but I went to grab the camera and it said that it was overheating. The iPhone that we use to get all this footage was overheating, so I stopped recording. So we lost a lot of footage on that one. But with that job is one of those ones where he's saying that he had a guy that come out and do it for 400. We were already out here, so I said, look, we'll do it for 495. He was good with it. We got it all done for 495. Tipped us 50 bucks in cash. So all in all, today our totals would be $1,805 and $181.50 in tips. Way less than what I was expecting, but it is what it is. The day is done. My official tour of duty on the truck is complete. And it's time for me to get off this thing and take the steps to helping everybody out that's on the trucks. It's gonna be a fun adventure actually getting this new position as operations manager started. The great thing is I do have the insight of what it's like to be on the truck, the different aspects of being on the truck, what we can do from the actual office to make it better and try to get things running as smooth as possible. I've worked for companies that will bring in a manager to run operations that's never been on the field, don't know what it's like to be on the field, but then they want to sit there in an office and tell you how to get things done. I hope through my last year of being on the truck, I have showed not only my fellow co-workers, but Andrew, Mr. Jedi himself, that I am capable, and I will not ask anything of my guys that I couldn't or I haven't done already myself. But yeah, we're headed back to home base. We have probably about an hour and a half drive. The day is complete. It's been a fun adventure. I hope you guys have been enjoying these videos. I really do. I've had a lot of fun making them. You had fun today, Steve?
Sure.
Why do you keep on giving me the thumbs up? You're making me nervous, bro.
Safety first. Get us back to home base.
Yeah. So now we're gonna sign off with our theme song, because nobody does it better than the Jedi LA crew. Yeah. Heard that? You heard that? Oh. I'm just gonna jump back on here real quick, just a different way of closing. Just do a little recap of what we have done for this last 4 days. Out of 4 days, we made $12,990. $12,990 in 4 days, 1 truck, 2 guys. That's a good total for 4 days. I wanted to hit the 15, came a little shy, but the $12,990, let's just say 13 grand is a great way to do it. Besides the 13,000 in 4 days, we made $945 in credit card tips, and then I think we've been cashed out with maybe about 150. So total tips for this week in 4 days, over $1,000. We split that between each other, so it's about $500 total a piece in tips. So we've had a great week. I hope we keep this momentum going through next week. Started the day as a junk removal specialist, ending it as an operations manager. Peace.